Hey everybody, welcome back. Elijah and Milo are here. Milo, surprisingly, is being the calm one, and Elijah is the one that's grabbing and being needy. Today we got told twice, oh, you have a beautiful little girl. I was like, oh, thanks. It's a boy.
Go.
Yeah, he was in a blue sweatshirt and blue shoes and gray pants. And his sweatshirt had a dinosaur on it. But he's a beautiful little girl. I'm like, cool, yes, I know his hair is in a little hair tie, but it's too long for his face. Okay, so let's get into the video. As you saw from the title, my unpopular opinion is I can be pro-choice by still personally being pro-life, okay? Now, if you were to ask me what my personal feelings are, personal, only talking about myself. Okay, first of all, I do not want any more children. Me and my husband have talked about it long and hard. We're not having any more kids. However, if I found out today that I was pregnant, I would keep the baby. Now let me tell you why. I chose to have sex, unprotected or whatever. I chose that. So I personally could never have an abortion. Now, I have never been raped. I've never been sexually assaulted. I have never any of that. Okay? Doctors have never told me, hey, like your baby's not going to be born alive. Anything traumatic like that. I can only speak from my personal experience. With my whole 26 years of life to this point, if I found out I was pregnant right now, I would have the baby. So, for myself and myself only, I am pro-life. However, if you ask me if I had to vote on the decision of a woman's right to have an abortion or not, I am pro-choice. Because just because I personally would not have an abortion does not mean that I can tell anybody else what to do with their body. I always think about if the roles were reversed, and let's say it was like China, okay? China for a long time had a one-child law. People could only have one child. Now, I don't know the law so much to say China was making people have abortions. I'm not saying that, but I'm saying, let's say that you got pregnant with the second child and they said you have to have an abortion because you can only have one kid. I would say, who are you to tell me what to do with my body? And it's the same thing, just reversed. What's wrong? Hold on, guys. YouTube isn't working. To the rescue, fixing YouTube. I don't think that it's anyone's decision what someone else chooses to do with their body. At all. Now, I know I posted a video about if you are smoking or drinking, you shouldn't have a child. Like you shouldn't, like you don't deserve to have a child. I know that already went up. But that is directly affecting a child that has no say, okay? And you're directly affecting them growing up, right? So to me, that's different because you're choosing to harm your child. Now, if you were raped, if you were sexually assaulted, if you are leaving an abusive relationship, if you are told like your child's not going to survive, that is your choice. If you are just not physically, mentally, financially capable of taking care of a child, I think that is your choice to decide. Because bringing a child into this world is like a huge deal. It's not just like a couple years. It is not just 18 years. It is your entire life. It's not even it's your entire life. Do you know what I mean? It's like you are signing up for the long run. You know what I mean? And it's like just when they turn 18, it's not, okay, great, my job's done, it's over, you know? No. Like it keeps on going. You know, they are still your child. They're still your flesh and blood, you know? And it's like, so my unpopular opinion is I can personally be pro-life, but what is it called? Like, politically be pro-choice. I don't know how to word that, and that might sound weird. And if you have questions, let me know, because I don't want people to get the wrong idea. But just because I personally wouldn't have an abortion or choose to terminate a pregnancy based on my life, because like I said, I've never been raped, I've never been sexually assaulted, I've never had something wrong with my child to the point where like the doctor was saying, hey, like, you know, it's for the best, you know. I've never been in that position, so I can't speak from that position. I can only speak from personal. But just because I personally would choose to do that with my body, who am I to tell you what to do with your body? I don't think anyone should have a right to say, like, well, you have to have this baby. Like, okay, well, are you going to take care of it? You know what I mean? And that's what pisses me off about a lot of Republicans, is they are making it so hard for women and so expensive for women to get birth control. They're trying to shut down Planned Parenthood, which Planned Parenthood, only a small percentage of what they do is abortions. They do testing, they do prevention, they do, you know, everything. And it's like this tiny little percentage. I don't remember the amount, but it's like, and Republicans like, oh, all they do is abortions. Like, no. They do a lot more than that. You know, and it's like, so Republicans want to make it so hard to get birth control and all of that. And then when you do end up pregnant, they want you to not be able to get safe abortions, because just because you ban abortions does not mean they're not going to happen. There's just no safe abortions, you know? And okay, so they made it, let's say, impossible for you to get birth control. Now they're forcing you to have a child, and now they want to cut back Medi-Cal, they want to cut back food stamps, they want to cut back all those programs of, you know, maybe you're a working mother and you get free daycare or whatever. They want to cut those programs because it's your fault that you got pregnant. You made it impossible. You know what I mean? It's like the only way to prevent that is abstinence, and who are you to tell me when and when I can't fuck? You know? And it's like, I think, because it's, I mean, from what I've seen, it's mostly Republican men, like, you shouldn't be able to get your Viagra. Your limp dick is God's will, you know? It's like saying, like, oh, well, you got pregnant because it's God's will. Okay, well, you should have a limp dick. You shouldn't be able to fuck. You know what I mean? It's like, and let me also say that I don't think a man should have any say in any woman's health, woman's reproductive, woman's body issues at all whatsoever. They don't know what it's like to have a period. They don't know what it's like to birth a child. They don't know what it's like to lose a child. They don't know what it's like to have anything that goes into being a woman. So why are we letting old white men who don't believe in climate change, who don't believe that, you know, anything like scientific, are we giving them the power to speak for our bodies? My body is my choice and mine alone what to do with. And if I choose to have a child, or if one day I chose to not have a child, that is my choice. And I think it's every woman's right and every woman's choice. So my unpopular opinion is I can personally be pro-life while politically being pro-choice. So thank you guys so much for watching. Go ahead and subscribe, thumbs up, leave a comment down below what you guys want to see next. Let me know what your unpopular opinion is, guys, because I would love to hear from you guys. What are something that you thought was the popular opinion but wasn't? You know? Let me know. Have a good night, guys.